Alright, welcome back everyone. So, I saw this game came out just recently on Steam in early access. As you can see on screen, it's like a version 0.1 build 1714. But I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. And I'm very happy I did. Usually I don't recommend early access games of any kind, especially if they're from AAA developers. This is, however, from a indie developer, and I must say, I am pleasantly surprised with the amount of content, the polished level of polish this game is already at this version. Apparently, very early stage, according to the version numbering at least. So I thought I'd share it with you and show you the game in case you're thinking about getting it. I would recommend it. I played a lot of the story mode already. I played a few custom games just to try things out and see where we go. So today we're starting a new series and we're going to build our empire in Bigambitions early access in a custom game, and the first thing we're going to do is disable aging. I do not want to worry about that. Another thing I'm thinking about is just checking off all the training you need, because your character in game will need training to be able to hire staff, and it's really a great idea. It's fun and everything. We're gonna skip it in this one, and we're gonna give ourselves 20,000 A money. I'm not sure what the A is, because when you go into game it's dollars, so it would be $20,000. And let's start the game. I think we have to create a character. I'm not gonna touch anything else. So we want a guy. Let's call him my name's Empire. There we go, because this is also the save game name, right? Skinny as, yeah. It. I'm not sure why this is a feature, but hair black, yes. Shirt black. 1 second, just my mouse was getting stuck. Jeans dark, shoes black. Let's go. So we'll just go over the basics of the game while we're playing it and show you what's going on. There are some things I'm critical about, and there are some things I really enjoyed. First thing I'm going to do is hit pause while I talk, because time is going. So the first thing I'm critical about is that when we start a game, I expect to start with full happiness, full fed, and full energy Monday morning at 8 a.m. However, as you can see, we are low on energy. We are half happy. That's actually okay. That's fine. That's a good level to be at. But we are full. But we got nothing. Basically, right now we are a bum. We have no home. We have no place to sleep. We have no business. We have no job. So these are the things we need to sort out. And of course, ideally you start with a very low amount of money and you take a job in the city. Rent an apartment, take a job, and then you go back and forth every day until you can actually afford starting a small business yourself. In this case, we skip that part and start out with $20,000. $20,000 seems to be a okay amount to start a very small business. But of course, we're going to grow it. So the first question is, what type of business do we want? Well, I'm not sure yet. But luckily, inside the game, we have this, well, it's similar to your smartphone, with these apps. The person shows things about yourself. We have a contact list that's empty. I will show you how to grow this list. Your employees, which of course we don't have any. Your business management app, very important app. Financial overview. I would like some graphs and some better statistics on each company I will own in the future. And I've been asking on the Steam forum, and the developer has confirmed that there will of course be a lot of changes going forward. But the most important when we start a new game is the Market Insider. This shows each of the districts here in New York with what the market is, the potential or demand, and how many stores are available. So Garment District and Hell's Kitchens are good places to start. Reasonable priced. We can also see some statistics over here. We have 70% working class, middle class, and upper class divided. 2 seconds. I will just quiet my phone. There we go. So we are actually on the border between these two right now, where we stand physically in the game. I'm gonna hit the demand button to see what is most in demand right now. So we can see wine, cigars, donut, hot dogs. Yes. Good thing about this changes every time you create a custom game. Let's see what's in Hell's Kitchen. Wine, cheap jewelry. That's very hard to work on. Cigars, we have a price index as well. This is important later. Expensive jewelry. On purpose, I'm looking at, let's say, a simple item to begin with. Many times I started with a food item or something that requires additional steps to have success, like the donut shop, for example. So you can see we have zero good potential of making a business with donuts. That is a coffee shop. But there's also a high competitiveness because coffee shops also sell cupcakes and coffee, and it's an expensive setup. Alone the coffee machine is, I think it's 15,000. That's almost all the money gone. So as nice as it sounds, it can be a tough start for yourself. Let's see. Midtown, donuts as well, Hell's Kitchen. Wine. I have never done wine. We could look into wine. Wine, cigars. We could also look into cigars. That would probably be... yeah, I'm not even sure. I've never done either wine or cigars. That could actually be a good thing. I have done flowers, I have done burgers, gift shops, etc. Pizzas. Alright, good idea. Let's think about that for a second. If we hit M, we see the map. If we scroll down in the legend over here, we can enable the different regions so we can see what region is which. The blue here is Hell's Kitchen, Garment District, Murray Hill, and Midtown, of course. Pricing also very much depend on where we are. Hopefully we are paused still. No, we're not. So let's pause, go back to the map. So when we want to start a business, these are also randomly, I guess they're randomly because they change every time I start a new game. We want an apartment, you can see available apartments. We want a store, that's a physical store where we can sell our goods. I'm already liking this, these two are very close. And this is all we need to get started. But I'm also thinking ahead. So we want to eventually get a office and a warehouse. So ideally, an ideal starting position for me would be with multiple of these as close as possible. So we have a warehouse right here, office right here. We won't need them for some time. But once we start expanding, we will need it. But we got a small shop, a medium apartment, or a medium apartment and a medium shop. Another thing we need to consider is the pedestrian traffic. So 5th Avenue here is a heavily trafficked street, so this is really desirable for us. Where this street, it's like a side street, it's called, what's it called? 3rd Street. Not as much as... Okay. So now we have an idea where we want to be. Next thing we want to do is find out how do we actually do these things. So I hit F1 and we have our business types. So let's see. Is it a liquor store that sells cigars and wine? Indeed it is. So to open a liquor store we need a place, of course. And it says here we need a cash register and a checkout counter. Very simple. If we click on the wine, for example, we can see to sell the wine, we need a wine shelf in the store. Or if we want to sell cigars, we need a cigar shelf. Alright, that's fairly simple to deal with. But we also need other items to make it work, actually. But one thing I'm also looking at is wholesale, right here. NY Distro Incorporated. Let's see about the wine. Same. And then if I want to make it even better for myself, we have it here. United Ocean Import. Let's go back to the liquor store, check the cigars. United Ocean Import for both of these products. Which is also, well, it's called a synergy effect, because that reduces me having to spend time finding multiple distributors or multiple importers to run my store. So I actually think what we will open is a liquor store, and we'll start selling either wine or cigars from the go. First thing though, as soon as we start the game, the energy is gonna run low. It's 8 AM. We have a lot of things to do today, so the first thing, on pause, I'm gonna go to the bench. I'm gonna sleep for 2 hours, because we don't have a home yet. I'm gonna go into the store here, because we also need some food eventually. While we're here, we might as well bring it. And I'm just gonna take as much as I can carry of this fresh food. 10, there we go. And we have to go to the checkout counter, place the order. There we go. We now got a paper bag with our food in. That's really nice. Next thing we want to do, let's take a taxi. Hit pause. I need a vehicle as fast as possible, because I need to transport a lot of items. I already know the vehicle seller is one of these buildings, but if I need to find a car dealership, I can just check them like this. You noticed I jumped in a tax by double clicking it. Taxi, of course. Then I can click the building and I can select travel here. Good. Let's go inside. Let's check the prices. 22,000. I think this one is the cheap one. 2,500. Yeah, let's have a... is it burgundy, that color? Purchase. And then it's red. Okay. It's not really important, we just need a vehicle really fast. So when I click the vehicle, it will always drop in what I have in my hands if there's room in the vehicle. The vehicle itself has a fuel gauge and a damage gauge. As you can see, we are already at 93% because I hit that bone. I just want to go into this building right here, because we need a bed for the home we're gonna rent in a few seconds. And of course there is deliveries, so you can get everything delivered. However, a delivery is usually $250, so you have to evaluate, is it worth it? Just go and get it yourself, or actually get the delivery done. Later in the game we will just get deliveries, but right now we are low on money. Well, 17,000 is a lot of money, but compared to we are about to start a business, we are actually quite low on money. So grab the bed, just a single bed. That's all I need right now from this store. Later we will need more items. There we go. I got my bed. And you can see in here we have managers. So I'm just gonna... I think I need to get rid of my bed first. I can't have a meeting while I'm carrying a bed. So let's just drop that in the car. Click the car. Thank you. Let's run inside to speak with the manager. The reason we want to speak with the manager is we are going to add them to our contact list over here. And once they're added, that means we can call them and order goods. So just sit down. Yes, that's all we need to do. Now we have them here. It's like getting a business card. Gonna get into my car. And next up is to find the shop area where we want to open our store and rent an apartment very close by. So I can't even tell you the price of this. I expect it to be less than $50 or $100 for each of these, but that also changes on each play. So retail and residential, and the other way. So this is a medium store. This is a small store. You can see it on the building size, right? And these are medium houses. That means they are more expensive. We could also look over here, but that's always medium to large, and here it's small to medium. Well, I think these two will be our goal, so it's just across the street from here. Oh yeah, let's hit save. Give it a proper name. So it's one of these buildings. I think it's this one, maybe. Park vehicle. You have to park in the right zone, otherwise you'll get a ticket. There we go. Available for rent, $73. We can preview. That's a very nice store. That's actually a big store for our purpose. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to click Start New Business, find the liquor store, select, give it a name. What would be a good name for a liquor store in the garment district? Dry clothes. Liquor. Let's spell it quick like that. There we go. Start business. This is our business interface. We can see our logo, our name. We have some information about requirements and what we are not doing. But one of the things I like about this is we have a very high traffic index. That means people just walking in from the street. These are the numbers we can do something about by improving our product and store. This is where our products will be listed and we can adjust the price. Schedule is where we can schedule our employees. In the beginning it will just be ourselves. Deliveries is once we get a warehouse, or I'm mistaken here, it's not when we have a warehouse. That will do from the logistics manager. So this is actually when we start ordering deliveries from a wholesale manager, which is not something I'm interested in. That's very expensive. Marketing, how much are we spending on marketing? Settings, name, we can rename it at any time. We can find a proper logo. I just have to lean up. Yeah, let's get a wine glass in red with a red font, white background. Let's make it a black font. Change the font to something a bit more readable. There we go. That's now our logo. Good. Let's get out of the car. Let's grab the bed. And we have a paper bag with our food, but let's take the bed. So we have the bed. So the apartment that was available, we can turn retail off now. Is this one? It's a big apartment. I'm curious about the price. 37. Oh, that's not bad. Rent building. Yes, thank you. And now we can enter here. I can place my bed. And now we have a place to sleep, so I'm just gonna take 2 more hours. I need to have some energy because now we're actually going to buy the parts for our store. You can see our hunger has gone down, but our happiness has gone up. Hunger can be dealt with the food we bought initially. Consume. Put it back in the car. Get in the car. So first thing you want, over here we want to buy some stuff, but let's first go to the other appliance store just up the road here. Because we want to buy a cash register, some shelves, some cleaning station, things like that. And it's right over here. What's it called? Andersen Appliance or something. There we go. Let's go in. Let's get a hand truck. Get in the back. So here we go. We want to have one of these cabinets. We want a cash register. And I'm not sure we need shopping baskets. Yes, we do. And then we need a warehouse shelf. And you can only carry 4 items at a time. Only, that's also a lot, right? So we're going to check these out and put them in the car. There we go. Another thing I want is a cleaning station so we can clean the store. I think that's all we needed from this area. Of course, in the normal game mode, you learn to purchase a refrigerator really fast for your house, but I found out right now the food is not rotting, so I don't need it. Good, get that in, go in the car. Don't worry about the tickets for driving, you don't get any. However, you do get tickets for parking, and of course damaging your vehicle will eventually cause you to have to repair it. I'm a bit worried about the time already. You can see it's like 7 p.m. and I'm not sure they are up. They're still open. Let's see if we can make it. Hand truck. Do we even have room in the car? Doesn't matter, we need to get in and shop. So if I hold Alt, left Alt, then I can see the items. So we were looking for a wine shelf and a cigar, what's it called? Showcase or something like that, right? There we go, cigar shelf and wine shelf, they're right next to each other. Before we leave, I'm just gonna park and speak with the manager. We forgot to do that with the first appliance store, so decline. I just want his business card so I can call him in the future, because I will need to. Put the... It doesn't fit in the trunk, so we'll just leave it here. And now we can get that in the store. It's a shame I can't do these movie New York accents. Hey, I'm driving here. I'm first going to run into the store to get my hand trolley. There's always a hand trolley in the back, and it allows us to carry 4 items at a time. Without the hand trolley, you can only carry 2. No, 1, sorry. Manage. Cabinet with drawers, cash register, storage shelf, cleaning station. Let's get that started. Okay, so I imagine shelves down here, you pay up here. So cabinet with drawers, place. And you can see there's drawers here, so you want that facing the employee. And I want him to have some room behind him. For now, you can always move them later, so we're just gonna place it down here. Next item is the cash register. Place. Next item is the storage shelf. We need to place that in the back. When the lamps are in the way, you can right click them and just move them out of the way. There we go. Cleaning station, place. Just gonna place that over here. Get the shopping basket, wine shelf and cigar shelf. Shopping baskets, when the customer enter. Wine shelf, well, it's gonna be a half empty store, but that's okay, I guess. I think it would actually be better for me to place them close to the warehouse, because I need to restock them when they're empty. And my stock will be in here. Good. And you can see there are some complaints. Opening hours, that's something we will define tomorrow. Cash register out of paper bags. Wine shelf is out of wine. Cigars is out of cigars. Yes, that's because we haven't bought anything to sell yet. So let's grab our paper bag, which contains our fresh food. Go into apartment. I'm just gonna put it on the ground right there, and then we're going to bed. And we want to wake up early, so we can start already on the second day with our new store. go. I already know where the wholesales people are, so that's where we're going first. We're not before we can start working with import people. We need to set up an office and everything. So hit pause M. If you want to find the wholesale people yourselves, they are also listed here. Wholesale store. You can see we have these two. This is a drive-through and this is a walk-in. And yes, we are doing the drive-through. We need 3 items. Sorry, we need many items, but 3 different types of items. The first thing we need is paper bags for the customer, so when they purchase something, they get the items handed over in a paper bag. The other thing is, of course, we need the items themselves. And it looks like it's closed right now. So let's see, when does it open? In 1 hour? Well, I guess that's in 4 minutes. There we go. When you load up here, eventually you get bigger vans or even trucks. You can use this forklift to load up your vehicle. So you just take it. And then you find the shelf you want goods from and you just bump into your car like this, and it's unloaded. Right now we're just gonna grab 1 paper bag. You can see here at the top it's paper bag for the cash register. And I need to find wine and cigars. So holding Alt, I can see what's there. Hot dog, soda can, cheeseburger, gifts, fresh food, croissants, cupcakes, flowers, expensive flowers, jewelry, clothing, wine and cigars. Here we go. It's really nice they're together. We're just gonna back up here. Yes. Let's see what's the price. $154 for 25 bottles of wine, $1,000 for 225. So we're gonna get 1 box of cigars and 2 boxes of wine. Yes, seems reasonable. There we go. And now we can basically go and open our store as soon as we paid here. Again, before I leave, just the first time I make sure to just grab the manager's business card. Oh, start contract. Nah, not really. Just in case I need it in the future. Sometimes you will need it. Place order. There we go. And now you can see we're down to $5,500 before we even started really. Driving back to our store. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful. Park. Hand truck. Paper bag, cigars and wine. Good. So paper bags we can actually, believe we just click the register, you can see it's full. Cigars, we can do the same. Wine as well. So you can see it actually fits 900 cigars, but we only bought 225, but they're also very expensive. Wine, we can actually fit 3 boxes in each shelf. Okay, so let's just drop the handcard off here. And let's see how to open our store, taking care of everything ourselves. Hitting pause, opening my Biz app, clicking my store, and you can see we have inventory. Now we can adjust the price. I'm just gonna leave it here at the beginning. Later I'll do something more. We're going to schedule and we're going to add opening hours. So it says open from 9 till 4. So that's a bit odd for a liquor store, right? So let's open it at 12 until 8. And let's do it for, well, right now we're doing it every second day. Eventually we'll do all days. I just need to do some business tomorrow. Tomorrow we want to focus on advertising. So I click the cash register, assign myself, and I just fast forward time. It's not much, but it's going better. And then we'll see customers very soon. Once we see customers, we have to pay attention to, did you see the notes? I like it when stores play music. Okay, so we need some music. The floors are ugly here. So the customers will complain about how the store looks until we spend a certain amount on inventory and floors. You can see we have an interior designer here. Once we reach that level, then they will be happy and will get a better review. You can see we already have a problem. We're running low on cigars. If the business is running really well, we'll just go and buy more tomorrow. The profit we won't be able to see until midnight after we have been sleeping. Very nice. It looks like the store is going, at least. It's not a success yet, but eventually it will be. Let's hit save. We spent 30 minutes getting the store running. Let's call this episode 1, and then next time we'll see how we will expand our liquor and business empire. See you next time. Bye bye.